Okay. Wearing my Blood Angels shirt, Sanguinius. Oh. Uh, just making a very short little video. I try to remember to do stuff daily, to keep in a habit of having something going on. Plus, I can't let the 3 or 4 of you out there that follow me down. So Sunday night, we ended up not playing the game. Again, a lot of people were calling out. And so we just played board games and hung out. Those that come over, played some Carcassonne and stuff like that, watched some TV. Um, so this week, since the last video in modeling history, I've built another Maltier. And today I built this is a BA-10 Soviet heavy armored car with, I think that's a 37 millimeter AT gun on it. I could be wrong. So I already built one, but the one I built earlier was a BA-6, which was a much earlier version. Oh, that tire is not really glued on there. So let me hit that up real quick. These things, as far as I know, stat-wise and bolt action or whatever, could be total trash. But I just always really like the look of them. I mean, just the look of this thing screams Soviet. So, and on this one I put the tracks, but unlike an actual half track, these were just like a metal and rubber straps, and you take the outside tires off of the back dualies, and this thing would go in, and you put the tires in, and that would hold it in place. So, pretty neat. And since I'm doing winter Germans, I may go ahead. I'm seriously tempted to go ahead and winter my Russians up, or at least some of them. Like make a company of winter Russians, and I've got something. I think at this point I've got 6 T-34s, so it wouldn't be anything at all to go ahead and paint 3 of them up in winter. One of them may already. What are you barking about? The Pomeranian. Come here, buddy. Phantom, come here. Come here. Come here. No, hey, Phantom. You better get in here. Come here, buddy. He took one look at me and dashed out. He's like, nope. Not having it. So he's like, you are going to pick me up and put me on camera, and I don't like it. All right. Charge my phone. So yeah, pretty exciting news. In the great me versus the weasel, you can see I moved him just temporarily for a few minutes because I had to scrub weasel poop off of my wall. Apparently, the new high-end food I bought for him made his little tummy upset the first time he ate it, and he decided to projectile shoot weasel diarrhea, a full 12 inches, out of the cage between the bars and all over the wall. So the good news is it cleaned up well. I got my cleaner out and scrubbed that. That took a while. So, the joys of pet ownership. He's still winning the battle of wills as far as pooping in litter boxes as opposed to random corners. I keep trying to convince him in the logic of pooping in an actual litter box, and he is not having it. So This is kind of I'm going to show this off since I just picked it up. They're called Gamecraft Miniatures. And a couple of the Rubicon models I got through them. I actually ordered through Amazon, but they're the ones that fulfilled it. Let's see what it says about these guys. Owned by a guy named Alan Rockwell. It doesn't say where they are. So, right. So here's their card. They sent me, each order they sent me a card. So there you go. But what's really neat is they have custom dice and candies. So each order they sent me a pair of these custom dice and a couple pieces of hard candy. And I mean, Batman likes candy, so that's a pretty clever marketing strategy. The whole, hey, you bought a couple things from us. See, look at that. So I got 4 of these bad boys. They're perfect for any game that uses dice sixes. And I mean, it's really marketing genius because let's say I'm playing a game and I'm using these guys, right? Well, every time I roll the dice, I'm going to associate because the gmini.com is on the 6 space. So every time a 6 comes up, and that's a good thing, psychologically, it kind of makes your brain associate that good feeling or triumph or whatever with them. So, and the colors are, I mean, black and pink go well together. As anyone who's ever like painted up a Slanesh army knows, there's something to be said for black and pink. It's a really pleasing to the eye kind of color scheme. A lot of people go purple and black with Slanesh, but I prefer hot pink and black. So yeah. So I've already showed you a lot of these miniatures. I still have not actually tucked them out in the garage and primered them. I've been very busy and I've been going to sleep very early, waking up early, so again, my Stuka Zafus. Missed a lot of gaming this week. The Bold Action Club, they were posting and in our area, and they had some stuff going on. And man, the pictures they posted, the tables were amazing, just beautiful. So one of these days, I need to drag my butt out and make something happen that way. I'm 1 up on my Mordians, so I'm still going good there. And painting some random BattleTech figures, stuff like that. That's pretty much what I've been up to. That's been my day. Been playing Civil War, Ultimate Civil War General, and I'm stuck at Chancellorsville. I have to take Chancellorsville, but I'm not sure I can because of my army build. I didn't really take cavalry, and I went very infantry and skirmisher heavy and artillery heavy, which turns out to be amazing when you're on defense because I can just set up infantry and mass batteries. At one point, I think I had a couple hundred guns massed and completely wreck anything. But as far as being able to prosecute, swift flanking maneuvers and things like that, it's just not happening. So, based to this guy, he's still, I'm going to go in with some texture gel, and finish him, and he's going to get painted soon too. He's on the list. Zeus. Not sure what I will do with him. I might just go something super simple with that guy, painting gray, give him a black wash on top of gray, and then throw some skulls or something on him and just call it a day. When you're painting Baltec figures, sometimes less is more as far as painting them. I also have I've built my a couple of brigs, and I was working on doing the rigging on one of the brigs I had painted. I think I showed it off in another video, and now I can't find the damn thing. So I thought I'd just set it on the table here, but this is a dice roller, but right now it's working as a getting ready to carry stuff out to the garage. But yeah, I can't find that brig that I was doing the rigging on, and of course, you know, because of the way I am, it is making me incredibly irate because I'm like, where did it go? You know? He's gonna go up top and play with his toys. He's on his upper floor. He's got some bells. They're in hard plastic balls and they're tied from strings. And he likes to smack them around and make them tinkle, or not tinkle, but or maybe tinkle, whatever. And, you know, has a good time with that. Like all Mustelidae, which is what ferrets are. They're in the same family as otters, weasels, mink, sable, and that whole bunch. I keep saying, I did it again. Like all Mustelidae, they have to be entertained, I guess. They need a lot of interactions. I guess I don't know what the word I'm looking for is exactly, but they need that. It's just unhealthy otherwise for them. So you have to put a lot of toys in. You have to change out toys. You can't just leave the same toy in there forever either. You got to change them out so that they get a lot of excitement. They love to explore. So, and simple things work just fine. If you're walking around and you find like a hardwood or down here orange wood, just an orange wood limb with a couple of branches on it, and cut it off so that there's nothing sharp on it, because they will impel themselves playing around, and throw it in there and they'll play with it, and just make sure that whatever it is, it hasn't been exposed to pesticides or anything like that. They're sensitive little guys, and they'll play with that for a while, and then when you feel like they're bored of it, pull it out and put it away and throw the next thing in, and just you can swap them out and whatever, you know. They love boxes too. Like anytime you get a shoe box or anything like that, got a couple of holes in it, like a hole on every side, and throw it in there, and they'll roll it around and they'll climb in and out of it. And just love it. They just love that more than anything. Because in nature, they occupy that weird area for a creature to occupy, where they're both prey and predator. So on the one hand, they are running around, definitely looking for stuff to jack up and eat. On the other hand, they're constantly on the lookout to make sure nothing's trying to jack them up and eat them. So, what are you doing up there, Squeezle? He's playing. I've got that big. It's I got it from Pet Mart. It's like a big fake rock. It was originally, I think, meant for a lizard. But you know the thing with a weasel, I call him a weasel. He's a ferret, or Northern European polecat. Is they pretty much, if they can get their head in a space, they can get the rest of them in the space. So right now I put a litter tray in there full of litter, and he's super excited about it, but he doesn't want to poop in it. Oh, there he goes. Is he going to do it? He's using the litter box. sometimes it's funny because when they use the bathroom, they poop and pee at the same time. And sometimes he's got gas too. And I'll be sitting here painting and I'll hear it's like, you used the litter box. You're such a good boy. Say, you are such a good boy. Oh, he didn't poop, he just peed, but it still counts. It still counts. Say he peed on the litter box. He's such a good boy. Oh, you want to say hello? You want to say hello to the people that are going to watch this? Come here, buddy. His name is Subutai, but I call him Mr. Squeezle because, you know, you just want to squeeze him. You see he's got his little mask. He's a little bandit. But he is a sweetheart. He was pretty young. My brother got him and then had a heart attack and was hospitalized for months in a coma. And it fell to me to take care of him. And my brother's still not on his feet. Eventually, if he ever gets his stuff together, I may give him back. I know you want to play, don't you? He always wants to play and run. He was named after Genghis Khan's right-hand man, Subutai, or after Conan's best friend in the movie. I'm not sure. Say, I'm a little weasel. Say, I'm a little weasel. So there he is. He doesn't smell too bad right now because I put some it's like this foam that you rub into them. It helps knock their smell down, and it actually smells more like lemons or something like that, citrus. He comes from a private breeder. This is not a ferret mill ferret, which you can tell because they'll have tattoo on their ear. Generally, a dot or two on the ear. It means he come from a ferret mill. And ferret mill ferrets you got to watch out for because they can have a lot of illnesses and stuff like that. But yep, he is 8 months old. A little boy. Look how fat he is. Look at that fat little belly. Hey, you are a fat little boy. Do I overfeed you? I wonder about that sometimes. Might need to look that up. I just put food down like he's a dog. And maybe you're not supposed to do that. You know? Maybe you're only supposed to feed a X amount per day. I should probably look into that. Now he's in his big litter box, which he thinks is a house. My hair's on. He's convinced that's his home. But that's a little bit about what's been going on in my day. And dear friend down in Miami, and I know you watch these videos, the Drukari are a dead and empty race living in the wounds of the galaxy with no future. Also, I was reading the lore of the Star Child, and it turns out that now, current lore, I guess they're saying the Star Child is the Emperor's compassion and his son, and he got rid of his compassion so that he could do the things he needed to do, like he splintered himself. And I mean, not to read too much into it, but geez, you know, a father, a son, now he needs a Holy Ghost. Anyway, it is what it is. My bolt action armies are coming along very well. My new ones. And my brother's Necrons are actually coming along pretty well. Then there are some new Necron models that I'm very interested in, but unfortunately, none of the new Space Marine stuff that they've shown interests me at all. Which could be fortunately because it means I won't be spending a bunch of money on that kind of stuff. Right now, I've got everything that I need. I guess the only thing I kind of would like would be maybe a Redemptor, but the Tank Killer Redemptor, one or two of those. But other than that, I don't need anything for my Space Marines at all. Can't wait to get my hands on the Space Marine Codex. That's going to be so nice. My brother and I are going to put together 1,000 point armies just to mess around. So that's about it. Yeah. Hopefully, I find that brig I was working on. I could swear I put it up, but I don't know where. Anyway, I'm going to cut it off early here. I'll make another video tomorrow, whatever, when I have something more to talk about. Until then, peace out.